Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. I'd ask that everybody please stand for our national anthem performed by the Burlington High School Band and conducted by Senior Drum Major Catherine Campbell. Now I present to you our alma mater on Burlington, performed by the Burlington High School Band, conducted by Senior Drum Major Valerie Kinn. Thank you. You all can be seated. Thank you. Welcome, Superintendent Conti, School Committee Chair Mrs. Simon, and other members of the Burlington School Committee, and representatives from other town committees, teachers, parents, grandparents, friends, and family, and especially to the class of 2023 to Burlington High School's commencement ceremonies. I'm always honored and humbled to be able to stand before you as we celebrate this momentous occasion. As we gather here today to celebrate your graduation from Burlington High School, I'm filled with pride and joy, and I also acknowledge that not one person here came to listen to me speak, so I promise that I will be brief. I would like to first offer my gratitude to the faculty and staff of Burlington High School, especially those off to my left that were able to be with us here today. They have helped guide all of the youngsters here along their journey, and their commitment to your success is a direct reflection of their commitment to the growth and development of Burlington students. As Henry Adams said, a teacher affects eternity. They can never tell where their influence stops. I thank the Burlington faculty for their guidance and support that you have imparted to this latest group of Burlington High School graduates, and I'm certain that your influence will be seen for many years to come. Everybody, please join me in a show of appreciation for them now. Thank you. As you, the members of the class of 2023, head off to college, enter the workforce, join the military, or pursue other opportunities, please remember the people who have helped get you to the place where you are today. Parents, siblings, grandparents, teachers, counselors, coaches, close friends, whoever who has been there for you, take some time to thank them for the sacrifices they have made and the support, encouragement, and guidance that they have given you over the years. You never know what life has in store for you, and you can never have enough people who think positively of you. So remember to take with you and continue to practice the values and character traits that you have been taught. Remember to respect others and take every opportunity to see the richness in other people's experiences and cultures. Believe in yourself, be a lifelong learner, and always invest in your continued growth. Don't ever give up. Always hang in there and don't quit. Accept as a given that there are very few limits of what you can accomplish through hard and savvy work. Yes, you will fail at times, but what is important is that you regroup, refocus, and get going again. And as you leave the cozy confines of Burlington High School, always surround yourself with like-minded, caring, and positive people, like the folks here with you today. These are the people who will help sustain you when times are tough. They will encourage you, support you, and assist you in accomplishing things that you never thought you were able to do. The class of 2023, you have all set yourselves apart in many ways. Through individual and team accomplishments, you have left an enduring mark at Burlington High School. You've been a fun group to watch mature over these years, and you will always be remembered for persevering through transitioning to high school in the midst of a global pandemic. I hope, as you leave BHS, it is with a sincere appreciation for our great community and for everything it has taught you. I am confident that you all have the knowledge and potential, but importantly, you all have the drive to do anything you want to do. Commit yourselves to continue to focus the energy you've demonstrated over the last 4 years to make this world a better place. Make the most of your skills and be confident that you can do anything you set your mind to. In conclusion, please make note that graduation is not an end, but a beginning. It is the start of a new journey, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. Starting tomorrow, these possibilities and opportunities will go in 224 different directions. But remember, as your class president, Mr. Alex Healy, penned in your class history, you will always be a Red Devil. Take that pride and tradition with you and embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Never stop learning and growing, and as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, let me be the first to tell you congratulations, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck. I would like to introduce to you now, and it is my extreme pleasure to do so, the class of 2023 President, Mr. Alex Healy.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. Class of 2023, congratulations. The day that we had anticipated and thought about as a glimpse into the future is here. We always knew it would come, but knew it would take a journey to get to this point. A character-building journey of many experiences, memories, and times that have shaped every one of us into who we are today. We have all come a long way from where we began. One of the most important aspects of this journey through high school that we must remember is that we did not do it alone. We made it with the help of each other along the way. We grew and matured together, experienced and learned together. We took this step into a big new place together. I want to take this time to thank the many who have supported us, believed in us, ensured we would make it to this point. Thank you to all the staff, custodians, teachers. Thank you, Mr. Sheehan and Mr. Sullivan, for providing the best example of what leadership and service should look like. Thank you to our families and loved ones. I would like to thank my mom, dad, and brother for all shaping me into the person I am today. I love you guys. I would like to thank God for making me who I am. To all these involved in supporting us these past 4 years, thank you. And so, it all began a short 4 years ago in the fall of 2019 with much to learn. We took on a different world of academic challenges where we realized early on this new level of learning. For some of us, this was exciting, and for others, this was unwelcoming and blindsiding, but all found our way through. Outside of the classroom, we learned how to adapt to a new environment and lifestyle. We found ourselves in a place where we realized we were no longer the ones being looked up to. As we grew accustomed to our high school, we all found ourselves learning our way through the maze of hallways for class every day, or thinking you found the freshman geometry class you were looking for, and instead walking into a senior AP calculus class, learning much bigger things in angles and shapes. Those early months of our high school experience were filled with many new possibilities and opportunities. High school sports, clubs, activities, Friday night football games, pep rally, a hockey team with Super 8 potential, and people to look up to. We gained momentum, we grew and matured. We learned. These early and exciting times of our high school lives were truly memorable. But just as life goes, our story changed in an instant. It all came crashing down in early March of 2020. Through the darkest of times, we learned how life went on, and we finished our freshman year amid a global pandemic in a new realm of online learning. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. We have all heard a quote like this before, but sometimes you don't understand the meaning of something until you're faced with it. We did not let the pandemic, nor our bad experiences during it, define who we are. We came into sophomore year with the eagerness and a chip on our shoulders for the life and the time that had been taken from us. With still much to learn, and with more obstacles to learn around, we fought through the cohort learning and masks of 2020. We managed to keep social relationships, keep confidence and passion, and keep an idea of normalcy in the back of our heads. The pandemic slowly waned by the midpoint of our sophomore year, and everything we found to love in high school, we rediscovered. Sports came back to life, after-school activities resumed, and faces reappeared from covering after almost a year of masks. For me at least, I was very surprised when the faces of our teachers for 4 months now looked nothing at all like the faces I pictured in my head. Learning how to live in a post-pandemic world was different for all of us, but we all did. Sophomore year was unique, to say the least, but a symbol of perseverance and accomplishment for us all. What we learned through our struggles, we carried on through our high school years, and we will carry on throughout life. Then came the most exciting year in high school, junior year. Everyone older than us loved to talk up this year, and we were eager to see what it was all about. Now many of us, members of the varsity teams, club leadership, and band leaders that we once looked up to, we had much more confidence. Many of us began driving, a very exciting achievement. Although for some of us, we still in our heads wonder, how in the world did that kid pass a driving test? We explored the freedom and independence we had as upperclassmen, joining in on fan section themes, wandering into the lower library, and thinking the illusion that we were on par with the seniors. We worked hard, studied hard, and played hard as a distant idea of college and future aspirations neared. We watched our second-to-last athletic seasons pass, and more thought about the final season coming, next year. We cheered on our classmates and saw our basketball team make a deep playoff run. Spring neared, we set our minds on AP exams, and every grade mattered. SAT prep and college adventure slowly kicked off, and then prom season, our first prom as a class. Our junior year brought many memories and experiences we will always remember. Our final year of high school neared, and we did not waste a second after the seniors above us officially graduated to claim and paint our rock territory behind the school, just as the juniors are likely awaiting to do right now. Lastly, the final year of high school, senior year. Arguably the most important and memorable times of high school came from this past year. We cheered on our teams under the last few Friday night lights we had left. We had our senior nights commemorating the heart and dedication of 4 years as Red Devil athletes. In the nights, we stayed up late working hard to finish the ongoing college search, as we ventured to find our home for the next 4 years of lives. We held our final pep rallies, celebrated school spirit for one last time. Winter brought applications, anxious waiting, and excitement for college decisions. As we entered the final stretch of our high school years, the feeling of achievement and relaxation set in. We capped off our senior year with one last prom. We enjoyed the night with our friends, knowing the end of this chapter was only a few weeks away, but knowing the memories would stay around forever. We will always be able to reminisce on these unforgettable times. The journey now comes to an end. Although we cap off the year with many lasts, we will always remember the people we have met, experiences we have had, lessons and memories we will carry on. The journey has brought us to the end of something great in our lives, but to the beginning of our next journey. The in a way fascinating transition we are about to undergo is that it really is a fresh start. Whether you are taking on college, joining the workforce, or joining the military, for those of you which I salute you, and thank you. All of the past accomplishments, all of the past mistakes and regrets are the past. Don't live in the past. We have much to learn, much work to do, and many more memories to make. Take on the world with the eagerness and perseverance we all have found in high school, and always remember our times together. And lastly, I want to get one last class picture for the memory books and for Sandy Flicks the Man, so please just hold on for a sec. Yeah. Alright, smile. No, you're good. My phone's on. Thank you, and always Red Devils.
Alex, nice job, kid.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. It's now my distinct honor to present our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Eric Conti.
Take my hat off. All right. Good afternoon. I'd like to begin by recognizing and welcoming members of the Burlington School Committee, parents and family members, and especially the class of 2023. I also want to recognize the Burlington High School custodial staff and maintenance staff and the park and recreation folks for their hard work setting up for today and keeping our buildings clean and sanitized throughout the year. Also, certainly not least, the support staff across the district who handle a constant stream of important details every single day and make sure they get completed. Thank you to all of you. In my typical graduation remarks, I always focus on themes of gratitude and service. This year, I'd like to focus mainly on service. You're graduating in a time of great disruption. New technologies are erupting onto the scene and making their way into our professional and personal lives, whether we want them to or not. When I graduated high school, artificial intelligence was nothing more than a science fiction movie. The original Terminator was released in 1984, and in that story, machines had taken over the world with disastrous consequences. ChatGPT is the latest technological disruption that many think threatens us today. Please do not be fooled by this idea. ChatGPT is evolving to write for us and possibly speak for us to provide information, but serving this function is not what truly matters. Showing up matters. Hard work matters. Personal connection matters. Exercising your bodies, minds, and hearts matters. Artificial intelligence may supplement or support human tasks, but the work of serving others requires you to show up. There will never be a kindness GPT or a friendship GPT. Moreover, in my opinion, while AI may impact education, there will never be a teaching GPT. Surely you realize that your teachers showed up for you. Surely you recognize the hard work and sacrifice it took to do that for you. I want to recognize and thank all the educators who showed up day after day so that you could accomplish what you have and be sitting here this afternoon. Thank you. Also, while AI may change the military, there will never be an Army GPT that replaces human service. One of your classmates, Ryan Kutzer, understands this fact and will be showing up to serve his country, Ryan, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. In his book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell claims it takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery of complex skills and materials. Again, don't be fooled by the fantastical idea that there are shortcuts to life, or shortcuts to excellence, or shortcuts to friendship, family, and community. This graduation ceremony proves that you are prepared for whatever comes next, but understand that in order to accomplish whatever comes next for you, you have to work hard. You have to show up. When you show up, you will achieve mastery, and those you serve will be grateful. As you all leave Burlington High School for wherever you are headed, please remember to show your gratitude to those who have supported you along the way. There are many anonymous people and businesses in Burlington who support the school district and the opportunities you have all had the chance to experience. Even many people and businesses with no direct connection to our schools. This support that comes from all around us shows that the fabric of our community is interwoven and is an example of the often quoted African proverb that says it takes an entire village to raise a child. This statement supports the idea of gratitude towards the many who helped you reach this milestone, but it's also a promise that as you move forward to your own future, you'll provide support for the generations that follow you in whatever community you find yourself. Finally, and most importantly, thank your parents and guardians. I would never be able to state in a few moments all that your parents and guardians have done for you, provided for you, and will continue to provide. Please be sure to thank them and continue to show up back at home, even if only to grab a meal or do laundry. Nothing could ever replace them. Parent GPT could never be enough. Congratulations and the best of luck to the class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Conti. It's my pleasure now to present to you Burlington School Committee Chair, Mrs. Martha Simon.
Thank you. Here we are. You have made it to graduation. The class of 2023 has had a complicated journey from 9th to 12th grade, navigating COVID and making it through high school. For some of you, it was a time to connect with family, find new ways to motivate yourselves, take time to slow down. For others, this was a stressful, difficult, and painful time. For most, I would guess that it was a combination of all of these experiences. And you accomplished this on top of the usual issues and concerns and joys of the high school career. I highly commend you for all of you for completing your high school education. I am proud of you, and I hope that you are proud of yourselves as well. I actually am going to add to my speech because I also want to acknowledge how the teachers had to make it through these years of COVID and how much they did and did extra, and all the staff who helped as well. In honor of your journey, I share a quote from writer and artist Mary Ann Rodmacher. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Graduation is also called commencement because it is not just the end of something, but the beginning of the next stage of your life. Where will you go? How will you become the adult you want to be? How will you be yourself? Many people have advice, and I will share some of my favorites with you. In 1968, Shirley Chisholm, the daughter of immigrants, was the first black woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress. In 1972, she was the first woman to be nominated as the presidential candidate on a major party ticket. Shirley Chisholm had an admirable goal that I share. She said, I will take my seat at the table and create space for others to take theirs as well. Rabindranath Tagore was a Nobel Prize-winning Bengali writer. Two of his compositions were chosen by India and Bangladesh for their respective national anthems. He once wrote, if I can turn the page, "I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy." But don't just be responsible, be passionate as well. Mary Jane Oliver, an American poet who won the Pulitzer Prize, asked this question in one of her poems. "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" Friends and connections will be an important part of your future. Many of you may have read Wonder by R.J. Palacio. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. One of the characters, Henry Joplin, gives good advice. Don't be friends with jerks. For those who ask, what can just one person like me do? Wolfgang Reber, a management and training consultant, says, "If you think you are too small to be effective, you have never been in the dark with a mosquito." I hope that you will find inspiration from these quotes. I'm sure you face this day with mixed emotions. You are entering a new adventure, but leaving behind so many memories. As you leave Burlington High School, here's a comment from A.A. Milne in the voice of Winnie the Pooh. "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." I want to thank those who helped you arrive at this successful moment. Your teachers, all the staff in the Burlington schools, your families and guardians, friends, and the whole Burlington community, and any others in your life. On behalf of your teachers and the Burlington Public Schools, we say to you goodbye and thank you for all of your contributions. Congratulations on your graduation and wishing you the best in your future. May peace be with you.
Thank you, Mrs. Simon. It's my privilege to present to you now the class of 2023 Salutatorian, Ryan Moraday.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very honored and grateful to have this opportunity to speak in front of all of you today as a class salutatorian. First of all, I'd like to thank my parents and sister who have inspired me to stay curious and always fight for more. My friends who have made these past 4 years so much fun, my teachers and coaches who encourage me to work hard each and every day, all faculty who have helped make this high school experience possible, and of course the class of 2023. Graduating seniors, don't take today for granted. It's easy to just focus on your day-to-day and forget how far you've come. But take a moment to let it sink in. Think about all the 11:59 p.m. due dates, late night or early morning practices, 5-paragraph essays, and Quizlet searches that have brought you here today. In the next couple of months, we will experience possibly the largest change in our lives. And as much as we don't want to hear it, it won't be easy. There's an infinite amount of paths from here, and you won't figure out which one you should take from any class, mentor, or book. We'll be outside of our comfort zone, experiencing new things, setting new goals, and inevitably failing at least a couple of times. And this is well worth celebrating. Failing, falling, and being outside of our comfort zone is how we grow as humans. However, graduation isn't just about celebrating our academic efforts or prospects for an exciting future. We're also celebrating Burlington High School's class of 2023. For whatever reason, whatever low probability, our class had our exact combination of people. And this combination of people has taught me so much about the power of community. I learned that community can push you to success. For example, Inesh and I were study buddies for pretty much all of high school. We peer-reviewed countless essays, quizzed each other before every chemistry and physics test, founded a science club, and ironically helped each other a lot in writing these speeches. Because of this collaboration, we held each other and our friends to a certain academic standard, and it's this academic standard that helped us get here today. And besides fostering individual success, I've also seen how community creates ingenuity. Around this time last year, my friend group had a problem. We wanted to put our names on the rock, we wanted to paint our names on the rock together, but there wasn't enough space. So we thought a bit outside of the box. Instead of dividing our names like everybody else, we decided to paint one big purple section with all of our names on it. Not only did we take less space per name, but we also can say that we're all part of the coolest design probably ever on the rock. When you work together with people, you create something new, something smart. In many years, you will look back at your time in BHS. You won't remember the struggle, the homework, or the tests. You'll remember winning senior night and going undefeated on your home field. You remember going out at night and somehow having fun just driving from parking lot to parking lot because you're with your friends. You'll remember being in a Soundy Flicks mixtape. You'll remember who you sat with at lunch. You'll remember your strange group names. Barbarian, No Gas, JJJ, Dumbos. You'll remember your community. Whatever you do after your time at VHS, prioritize finding a strong community. It'll challenge you and set a standard for your success. It'll make you think in new, collaborative, and smart ways. And most importantly, it'll give you everlasting memories. As a final piece of advice, I would like to end this speech with a quote from Hank Green. Get out of bed every morning knowing that no one changes the world alone and no one doesn't change it at all. We will all get lost in the journey we are about to embark on, but know that you'll never get to your correct destination if you try to do it alone. The world was made by people no more capable than you. If you find something you want to change, use the power of community to your benefit. Class of 2023, dream big, work hard, and leave the world a better place than you found it.
Good job, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. It's my honor now to introduce to you the class of 2023 class essayist, Megan O'Hole.
Well, we made it, though I'm not entirely sure how. It feels like only yesterday I was walking onto this field as a freshman, and today I walk out as a part of the graduating class of 2023. Our class has had a roller coaster of a high school experience. We lived through so many firsts and lasts, from quarantine to hybrid learning to that one day when all the bathrooms were locked, and somehow we ended up here, sitting through our final moments in high school. As senior year began, I quickly developed a love-hate relationship with those words, first and last. Especially as the oldest child and the first child to go to undergrad in the United States, my family, I've heard them far too often. Sorry, guys. First and last are milestones, moments of importance that mark a significant change or stage in our lives. Essentially, our lives are littered with checkpoints that we consider first or last. From your first birthday to your 18th, from the day you learned how to walk, to the day when your transportation changed from walking to biking, to when 2 wheels turned into 4 because you finally got your driver's license, and from your first day of school to today, as we graduate high school and head off into the future. And while these are all important, undoubtedly memorable moments for our families and ourselves, this is not about firsts and lasts. We don't only experience those moments of societal significance. Instead, life is continuous, comprised of small moments that might not be important enough to be deemed a first or a last, but that create an immense amount of beauty and detail. Collectively, those small slivers of life form a path leading us to another end and a new beginning. There is no jumping from moment to moment. That's just not how life and time works. Believe me, if there was a remote somewhere where I could fast forward through certain times, I would have done it a long time ago. Instead, we have to take the time to walk all those steps to reach each marker, because it is all those hours, minutes, and seconds in between where we are molded into the people we are today and the people we are soon to be. Over the past few years, I have found myself being consumed by that need to keep moving forward and pushing myself to go from milestone to milestone, so much so that while I was excelling in my classes, I was failing miserably to embrace the present. Life is not about the past or the future. It happens and is happening now. Time slips away swiftly, and moments that seem insignificant now will become fond memories later. It is through cherishing these moments that we learn to live more mindfully, embracing the present without dwelling on the past or anxiously awaiting the future. So I am telling you, the class of 2023, to live life to the fullest, not solely in terms of your successes in your chosen future pathway, because looking at this amazing group of people, I know that everyone is bound for their own success, but to live a life full of joy, laughter, and contentment, even in those slow, uneventful lulls. Enjoy the time that you have with the people around you, and experience the depth of the beauty that lies all around us as we forge our paths into the future. I encourage you all to go beyond the confines of Milestone and treat every moment the same as you would treat one of those firsts and lasts. Now bear with me, because I do have a few thank yous to give. First, thank you to my parents, my brother, and especially my dog Ray, for being the support that I have needed for my entire life. Thank you to my friends, the people who have always had my back. You are the most incredible human beings that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I love you all. Of course, a huge thank you is due to Profe de Souza, who I can't see from here, for working tirelessly to organize the entire Spanish exchange. It was a trip I will never forget, and hopefully the first of many trips that I will be taking without my family. Again, sorry guys. To Dr. J, thank you for a very fast-paced year of physics and for putting up with our class. I'll remember you the next time I fail to set up a circuit. Thank you to Mr. Khan for teaching us calc and Burlington politics. And thank you to Ms. Janovitz for guiding us through a year of dark and intense literature that we like to call the classics. I would also like to thank Mr. Regan, my freshman year geometry teacher turned math hall advisor, who always gave me the confidence that I would be able to pull off whatever insane task that I had set myself. To Ms. Truvy and Ms. Anderson, thank you for being amazing teachers and DECA advisors. You both deserve all the credit for helping me become a better student, competitor, and leader. And one final, super important thank you to Miss Carey, the best anatomy teacher and professional corsage maker ever. I will always miss your class. And thank you so much to all the faculty and staff who have helped me throughout my 4 years in high school, and thank you to everyone who made this day possible. Now, though I've spent my whole speech talking about not solely focusing on the firsts and lasts in our lives, there is one last that I am fortunate to share with all of you today. So one final time. Make it a good one, BHS.
Thank you, Megan. It's my honor now to introduce the class of 2023 Valedictorian, Anesh Parikh.
Thank you, Megan. Good afternoon, parents, faculty, friends, and my fellow peers. I'm honored to speak today as class valedictorian. Today, we find ourselves together on this beautiful day that will never be forgotten in your lifetimes. Excitement, nostalgia, and perhaps even a touch of trepidation mark the significant milestone in our lives. It is a moment of reflection, celebration, and gratitude as we bid farewell to the familiar classrooms, halls, and people that nurtured us and shaped our growth. Firstly, I want to give my general gratitude, as any graduation speech has, and deservedly needs. I want to thank my parents for constantly supporting me and providing me with the best opportunities, while also making my childhood fun and enjoyable. The packed lunches, driving me from activity to activity, letting me travel the world, those things I'll never forget. I'm forever indebted to my grandparents, who are also strong and so wise. I would like to thank my extended family for always showering me in love. I was an only child, but my cousins make sure I don't feel that way. To my fellow peers, I extend my sincere appreciation for the friendships we have formed and the memories we have shared that has made our high school years truly unforgettable. And to my mentors and teachers in all my studies and activities, to put it simply, I will not be here without you. As I stand here, gazing upon the sea of faces that make up this vibrant crowd, I am filled with an overwhelming sense of hope. I see the future unfolding before my eyes, a future that is rich and varied as the individuals gathered here today. We represent different backgrounds, cultures, beliefs, and dreams, each adding a unique brushstroke to the vibrant painting of our collective destiny. It is in this diversity that I find solace, for I know that it's from this kaleidoscope of perspectives the most profound ideas will emerge. We represent different stories. As I stand in front of you, I know many of you had to overcome obstacles, hardships, and personal battles. High school has not been perfect for many, but what matters is that you are here in this current moment. And if high school is filled with any feelings of regret or unhappiness, this is a new start. Similarly, my speech is bittersweet. On one hand, I share the similar joy of everyone else. I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish and all I've learned here at Burlington High. But on the other hand, the person who wanted to be at my graduation the most, my wonderful mom, is not here with us today. It was sudden complications from breast cancer that took her this year in March. In my culture, and I know this is true in many cultures, believe that our lost loved ones are watching over us. In that sense, I want to use this platform to honor her as she's currently watching me. My mom was my hero. She made me who I am today, and I'll not be standing here without her. I sincerely thank her for her constant sacrifices, her irreplaceable comforting energy, and her beaming smile that could light up a room. And most of all, I thank her for teaching me to be kind, positive, and strong, even through the toughest of moments. I hope to be like her in the future. Thank you. It has been the most difficult challenge in my life, but there's one way that I've been able to move forward in these past couple months. How I mostly try to keep myself laughing with friends, or taking my anger out on my sofa when Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum managed to turn the ball over 10 times in a single quarter. And that is because of something someone said to me about my mom. She is still living through you. She will always live through your eyes and your experiences. I think it's one of the most beautiful statements I've heard, but it doesn't just pertain to me. I mention this not only to highlight some personal anecdote, but rather to emphasize this. As we graduate and embark on a new chapter in our lives, it is essential to express gratitude to those who have shaped us, find strength in the memories and lessons of our past, and embrace the future with confidence and resilience, carrying forward the legacies of those who have supported us and believed in us. I want you to pause and think. Who helped you grow as a person, and who helped shape who you are today? Not just parents, but teachers and peers as well. Have you thanked them? As you step on the stage, I want you to show gratitude through remembrance. I may not know your personal life, but I do have a shared understanding of how this school community may have shaped you. I am grateful for freshman year, where we marked our entry into a realm of newfound independence, where teachers were patient with their impulsive energy and helped guide us toward our passions. For me, it was Mr. Leonard's biology class, where I started to love learning about how our bodies function. I'm grateful for the clubs and sports we were able to join through the years, forming new communities, taking risks, and challenging yourself in competitions, and growing in the skills of leadership, service, and event planning. A special shout out to Mrs. Potters with dealing with Ryan and I's wild plans of having a airplane competition as a part of science club in this school. I'm grateful for the lessons we learn in class, such as the English department and history department, both emphasizing how there can be different unknown perspectives within each story. I'm grateful for the activities we did. Some of the most memorable for me was the Mongol Trial and World History class, Miss Nedishin's challenge of giving up my phone for a whole week, Mr. Stringer's fun Latin blue kit competitions, talking about firing projectiles at monkeys in Dr. Johnson's physics class, don't ask, or breaking my fear of public speaking and poetry out loud. And we can't forget about our peers we discovered at Burlington, the ones who we have worked multiple projects with, who helped us change as a person and push us forward. Whether you're part of a band, part of soccer, a literature enthusiast, a science nerd, an extrovert, an introvert, I could keep going on and on. We're coming out as new people out of Burlington High School. Consequently, each one of us is a unique tapestry woven from the threads of countless encounters, interactions, and the wisdoms of those who have crossed your path. We are the sum total of the moments we have lived and the knowledge imparted to us by the individuals who have journeyed beside us. As we move on, remember that the spirits of others are forever within you. I'm sure that many of you may be grieving that your time in this high school community is over. As you walk through past this stage, maybe that unique friend group or the late night wins by the basketball team may flash in front of you. You may be nervous about meeting new people, living away from your parents, or taking a dive into the real world. I have one bit of advice. Be confident. You will always have your loved ones, your teachers, your mentors, your friends, your community within you. Never forget that, and thank them. Thank them for everything. Give them a hug, a letter, anything. Just let them know how much you appreciate that they are a part of you and your journey. And also become excited, because your tapestry is not even close to done. You have so many more people to meet and so much more to learn. I also want to emphasize that life is about perspective and what you make it out to be. I've learned that life may not be in our control, but whatever is in control, that is what you need to take advantage of. My cross-country and track coach, Matt Carr, told us that before every race. Sure, we may get unlucky, fail, lose, but as long as we did our best in the aspects we can control, who cares? I'll be lying if I said I did not sometimes feel like giving up due to my mom's passing. But the truth is, I never could have controlled their outcome. What I can control is what to come. I want to go into research in the medical field, helping save future lives. I know that as I stand here in front of you, many of you have big dreams. You may not have all the answers today. I don't. Nobody expects you to. You may not even have them 5-10 years down the line. But I ask you to try your best. Give life your best effort. Do the best in the aspects you can control, even through the obstacles that are thrown at you. Here's a quote by Kerry Washington. You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that writes the story that you were meant to tell. Let yourself define and control your future, not someone or something else. Graduation is not simply an end, but a beginning that encompasses the collective dreams, aspirations, and legacies of those who have journeyed with us. As we march forward into this world, let us be the living embodiment of their unwavering faith in our potential. Use that to create your own legacy. Never give up and never forget where you came from. We are the Burlington High School class of 2023, and our futures are now under our control. Let's use that control to positively change the world. Stay in touch, class of 2023, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Good job, Anish. Not yet, Colin. Thank you, Anish. At this point, it is with great pleasure that we will begin the presentation of diplomas to the class of 2023. Alexander James Healy. Megan Aditi Ahol. Ryan Tomas Morday. Anesh Manish Parikh. Anthony R. Abbott. Alam Jama Abadirzak. Mia Melissa Abramo. Peter Addison Abramovitz. Chloe Amani Abudo. Yusra Afsal. John Wesley Abril Agoho. Layla Ahmed. Ragad Al-Sarabi. Kyle Pilardo Alceder. Jaden Richard Alford. Muhammad Alfatlawi. Neil Valentino Almeida. Zachary Adam Aloisi. Kindly Junior Augustin. Siddharth Jurish Bagmar. Alex D. Bailey. Madison Marie Barros. Mahir Namesh Balsara. Nicholas Joseph Barrett. Tyler J. Basile. Eduardo Bassini. Vela Asanova Bellin. Robert E. Benjamin. Noyal Benny. Benito Bijou. Andrew Joseph Biltz. Anthony Joseph Bluen Ferula. Scott Michael Botiglio. Elizabeth Sarah Boulos. Isabella Burris. Ava J. Brem. Owen S. Britz. Caitlin Michelle Brown. Ella Josephine Bruno. Lindsay May Bullock. Isaiah Daniel Bunton. Madeline Bonapane. James Burke. Isaiah Quagala Burley. It's quite the chat. Anna M. Butler. Benjamin David Calandrella. Tyler Callahan. Catherine Patricia Campbell. Nate Carey. Mitchell James Casella. Matthew Anthony Serrato. Daniel Matthew Shabs. Denise Cheng Feng. Caitlin K. Claflin. Julia Ann Klein. Barbara G. Coelho. Brian J. Conlon. Kaylee Elizabeth Connolly. Nicholas Keegan Cody. Will Curtin. Michael D'Amato. Sebastian Donato D'Amico. Tyler T. Demore. Tyler Anthony DeLellis. Gianna Marie DeRosa. John F. DeVito III. Kirsten Dew. Theo B. Dewar. Taylon Gulashi Diaz de Oliveira. Andrew J. Dillon. Georgia Caitlin Doherty. Tyler John Duggan. Mason James Dupuy. Anthony Joseph Elkins. Dakota Ellis. Nicolo Emmanuel. Bruna Carmo Fernandez. Jake Stephen Ferrulo. Varmilin Fonsaca Braga Filio. Jackson R. Filosa. Kira Lee Floyd. Sophia Flynn. Jacob Frost. Keza Gachago. Shay E. Gallagher. Thomas James Gallagher. Ryan Howard Geddick. Mary Elizabeth Gendron. Emmy. Alexander Plominov Genov. Hannah Mary George. Grace Elizabeth Gerbrands. Antonio Salvatore Grasso. Brendan Jan Gray. Patrick Gerald Gray. Mia Ava Grinnell. Catalina May Grossman. Ella May Grislak. Alyssa Jean Hamilton. Grace Lori Hannafin. Aiden J. Hayes. Connor Wilson Herrera. Amber Lynn Hill. Anijah Neve Megan Hollis. Cecilia Sandra Mbimbo. Surly Jabinian. Brendan Daniel Janis. William Eric Jappy. Jonathan J. Saundarian Jaya Prakashanand. Cole Jennings. Anastasia Johnson. Anna E. Johnson.
Okay, where are you gonna go? Oh wait, we're still
Same thing. All set. That's a good. Radina Valentina Kalichev. Ryan Patrick Kane. Devin Kansakar. Zayad Karibi. Isabella Kasparian. Christian S. Katende. Amaya Kayasta. Jack Michael Kelly. Caitlin Rose Kelly. Ultimus Maksudbai Khalifa. Aiden Khalifa. Tala S. Khalifa. Evan J. Kim. Valerie Kin. Naomi Aliyah Jennifer Kinsley Spanos. Ahmad Ali Kuswani. Ryan Thomas Kutzer. Lindsay Marie Lavoie. Alexia Marie Legisimon. Alyssa Rose Locicero. Fildaus Nugawa Lukwago. Jenna Riley Lyonnaise. Joseph Paul Machado. Dustin Wallace McKinnon. Caitlin Rose Mahoney. Leah Grace Marshall. Anya Faith Mather. Nicole A. Matson. Brian Paul McLaughlin. Haley Joyce McMakin. Katarina Maymars. Palace Antonia Masana. Adeja Michelle. Naima Nicole Malad. John R. Mira. Joseph Edward Mira. Lukesh Vashisht Misher. Rosalind Mackenzie Moe. Henry Stephen Morin. Molly Eliza Maroney. Cassidy D. Meyer. Emma Grace Nadeff. Joanne Naiga. Dao T. Wynn. Michael James Nocella. Samuel Norman. Megan Grace O'Connell. Dylan O'Reilly. Kirsten Ashley O'Sullivan. Desire Amsolo Oteba. Charles Theodore Otis. Stephen Paul Papagno. Samuel Parkin. Julianne Marie Pascal. Priya R. Patel. Tisa Sanjay Kumar Patel. Dina Paul. Martha Pauline. Leisha Padu. Olivia Ray Pena. Benjamin Axel Polar. Rithik Prakash. Yanni Dimitri Siakis. Thomas Patrick Quinn. Simon Razagi. Ali Danielle Restivo. Ava Carly Restivo. Nicholas Robert Reyes. Ellie Rose Risman. Seema Rachel Risman. Layla Huna Richer. Mason Robson. Victoria Olivia Rodriguez. Alexis Ray Rogan. Andrew Romulus. Gabrielle Enrique Santiago. Caroline Ava Sharata. Eric Sakaya. Jasmine Victoria Salungwe. Mateo Nicholas Silva. Simran Singh. Jace Singleton. Madeline Soroy. Kobe William Sloan. Cassidy Lynn Suhu. Abigail Rose Souza. Michael Stamides. Kiara H. Stevens. Olivia G. Stevens. Shrija Sundarnidi. Jordan Brian Sutherland. Ella Grace Tedesco. Risha Thavarubin. Ariella Bianca Tirabassi. Jaden Elias Torres. Allison Mary Travers. Marcus Anthony Tucci. Veronica Marielle Valentin. Cooper Visco. Theo Visco. Arthur Welsh. Jessica Wells. Caitlin Wells. Samantha Maureen Wynn. Elijah Stephen Wolinski. David Michael Woodilla. Christina Marie Young. Congratulations, congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2023. Would you please stand now? All right, guys, tassels right to left. You are officially graduates of BHS. No, don't throw it.
Don't throw it. Congratulations again to the class of 2023. We wish you all nothing but the best of luck in your future endeavors. And ushers, we will now begin the recessional. Thank you very much. Thank you. Worked out perfect, though. You know that?
Hi, buddy. Good job. Can I say it's awesome?
Once they stop watching, stop watching the tail end.
All right. Awesome. I know, right? Yeah, no one's gonna lose his hoots.
I know. That's what it becomes.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Once in a life.
Thank you. You know, right now, I'm always right here, bro. Usually it takes us about an hour to do this. An hour and 11 minutes. So listen, once everyone stops out.
But I have to use the mic.
You're all right. I don't think they don't have a standalone mic, so actually, yeah, if you want, yeah.
I'll answer this.
Yeah, wait till the tail end.
Alright, you guys right here, spread out. Oh yeah, guys, spread out, spread out. Yeah, go back there too. Like you saw the space. All right, guys, are you ready? On three, toss them. 1, 2, 3.